live, people, live as we can be. We have Mr. Alan Smith. Let me wait for a few people to come in. Let me see. See what they got to ask you. I'm sure people's got some questions.
You're gonna have to read it.
Oh yeah.
I won't be able to read them.
I know you're blind as a bat, man.
I am blind as a bat.
Hey guys, we have Alan Smith here. And he's going to tell us, and if you guys have any questions, why did he come back to Prime? And wasn't the grass greener on the other side? Wasn't it?
No.
All right, so Nancy, how you doing, Nancy? Everything good? Juan Ramirez, good quality. That's good. How's it going, John? Let's go trucking.
How's the lighting?
We're good. It says good quality on live. Why did you come back? Why did you come back, Alan? His name's Alan, guys. Alan Smith. I call him Clemson. You see that little hat? I don't watch football, but we're not gonna get into that. We're gonna get into why did he come back to Prime, because he worked back in. Let's first start off. When did you work at Prime? What years were you working at Prime at first?
I started at Prime in 2008.
2008. Can you guys hear him?
Can you hear me? Yes or no? Because I kind of talk low.
Well, you got to talk louder.
Okay, then I'll talk a little bit louder.
Yes.
I started at Prime in 2008. Actually, it was the end of 2007. I trained through winter in 2008, starting in January.
Party hard.
Ended up staying at Prime for 5 years. And basically, I got sick, so I thought I was going to have to give up driving, period. But I left Prime because I got sick, and then I went over to Schneider, and I drove for Schneider for a while.
So this is back in 14 when you left.
It was back in 13.
13, okay. Then you went to Schneider.
Yes.
And what did you do at Schneider? Was it the drive-in, local, dedicated, regional? What was it?
I was OTR. It was everywhere.
Okay.
It was basically pulling dry trailers because we didn't do reefer, or at least I didn't. I drove for them for a year, and then I did get really sick. I had diabetes.
Okay.
It got out of hand, and I had to start taking insulin. And of course, when you take insulin, you cannot drive a truck. So, I got off the truck, turned my truck in at Schneider, and basically went home and got into real estate.
Okay, real estate. One would think real estate, good money, but it works different for everybody, I'm sure.
It does.
All right, so this is what, 16 when you went back home?
No, I went back home in 14.
Well, I'm sorry, you went back in 14. You left Prime back in 14, went to Schneider for 1 year, and this is what, 15?
End of 14, beginning of 15.
End of 14, beginning of 15 is when you left Schneider.
Yep.
And then you went home and did what? The real estate.
I did real estate, and ended up losing 130 pounds. So instead of taking insulin for, 4 shots a day.
Appreciate that, Party Hard. Appreciate that. Much love for you, my man. Thank you very much.
Instead of doing 4 shots of insulin a day, I came off all the diabetic medication. I took none.
Wow.
And so I decided that I wanted to start back driving, and ended up my CDL had expired, and I knew Prime was the most awesome training company out here.
So why didn't you go back to Schneider?
I don't. I'm not going to talk bad about Schneider.
No, that's fine.
Because it's not a bad company to drive for, but it's not Prime. I'm at home at Prime. Prime is...
What's the one... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What's the one factor that you said, I got to go back to Prime? What's the one thing that made you say, I got to go back to Prime? I miss Prime.
One of the major reasons is...
Thank you, Pierre Hall. Appreciate that, man.
one of the major reasons is that the way they treat their drivers. Prime, it's like a family, and it is. You got brand new equipment. You got the best facilities in the industry by far. I mean, and they're even better now since we've got all the new stuff at Prime. It blew my mind when I came back with all the new facilities and all that. It just freaked me out, you know. It is literally the best. I've seen a lot of terminals in this country, and there's none that outdoes Prime. The money's great, and it's the best training company in the country. There's no better training company in this country. Okay,
so the equipment and the way, you know, the family-oriented environment, or the family environment, you know, again, guys, this is Alan's experience. Everybody's experience is different. I can relate to his and mine are similar. I love it. Again, I love it. He likes it. He came back. So to everybody, by no means am I telling you to come to Prime. You know, at the end of the day, you have to do your homework. Please do your homework. Do a pros and cons for each company you go to or you're thinking of going to.
Yeah, because I mean, there's bad. I mean, there's stuff bad here. I mean, things that I don't like, of course.
How was the training program back in 08 compared to what you see now or what you've seen so far? Well, just tell me what it was like for you.
It was very hands-on in 08. Very hands-on. I mean, the trainers that I had were awesome. In fact, the guy that trained me was so good.
Jose Alejandre, I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for that, man. Super chat, appreciate that.
What I was saying was, I mean, it was so good that I became a trainer and an instructor myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I was a trainer and instructor for the last 3 years I was here, and the people that trained me instilled in me. I think it's more of a older driver mentality. You know, we did things different.
Old school.
Old school.
Okay.
Old school. We did things different. You know, you got people out here today that there's nothing bad what they're doing, but it's just not old school. It's not what I learned. It's not what they taught. And I don't know. I'm starting December 10th. I'm going to be training and instructing again.
So December 10th is the due day for him to start training again. And you are doing, what did you do back then when you were at Prime? Was you company or lease?
No, I went company for the first 3 months. I don't like company.
Okay,
it's not Prime. I don't like company. I mean, I didn't like it at Schneider.
So you did lease back then. You went to Schneider, and then you came back to Prime, which is right now you're at Prime. What are you doing right now? Are you company or lease?
Oh, I'm lease. I will never be a company driver.
Oh, I'm lease.
I mean, you can make good money as a company driver, but you can make a hell of a lot more money.
Appreciate that, Daniel. Damon Moore. Yes, I was asleep. So when you decided to come back to Prime, how was that process? What did they say? What did you have to go through? Did you have to do a refresher? Did you have to go through the PSD? How did that work?
Well, yeah, I actually had to go back through the whole program.
Why?
I let my CDL expire, so technically I didn't have a CDL anymore.
Oh, okay, you didn't, okay.
So it expired, and when I went back to renew it, it had been, I was driving on an expired license for like a year, didn't know it.
Wow. Guys, there's a website for your home state. You can always go and check your license. You punch in the license number, and it'll tell you what the status is on your current license. I'm not saying that he did anything wrong. I'm just, you know, after he said,
check, that's for sure.
After him saying that he drove on it for a year on a suspended license, he drove for a year on his.
Let's rewind. That wasn't suspended. It was expired.
Expired license.
Yeah, I never had suspended.
What's my license number? Did you get that? Okay, so you came back to Prime and you had to go through the whole process. How was that?
Well, I came back to Prime to do the whole process. I knew I was going to have to get a CDL somewhere if I wanted to drive again. And like I said, there's no better training company than Prime. No better in the country. And I'll be the one to say that. And if anybody wants to dispute it, they can talk straight to me, because I know. And that's the reason I came back. I knew I was going to get a CDL somewhere, and Prime did me well the first time, and you know, they've done me well this time. The process wasn't hard. I mean, I called my old dispatcher and asked him would he take me back, and he said, heck yeah, he'll take me back.
Pierre Hall, I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for the super chats. So at any point when you decided to come back this year, was it this year when you came back, right?
Yeah, it was 4 months ago.
4 months ago. Did at any point any of the other companies cross your mind? Swift, Stevens Transport, CR England, any of those cross your mind at all?
I'm going to tell you this, and it's a bad thing to say, but I told my wife, if I ever tell you that I want to drive for Swift, shoot me in the head and get rid of it.
Oh my God!
I mean, that's the way I felt, and
hey, that's his personal opinion,
that's
guys.
my personal opinion. Swift's not a bad company. I mean, as company wise, I just don't want to drive for them. I don't want to. Prime is basically the only company I want to drive for.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good, Road Rash. Appreciate the love. Hey, Midnight Rider. Yeah, that is Dairy Queen. We had a hot dog over there because we got caught up in the middle of a tornado warning. So they crunched us all up in the bathrooms and the kitchen and whatnot. So you talked to dispatch and asked him if he would take you back. And then after him saying obviously yes,
he said yes. I don't know what that is, but he said yes. And basically he just told me to get back with my recruiter that recruited me the first time. I did the application.
You feel that?
That wind's blowing hard.
Oh my God.
I did the application, and went through the process just like everybody else has to do, because basically I was a Class C licensed driver, didn't have a CDL. They brought me back. I went all the way back through the PSD program, went through the TNT program again, and got my own truck.
Now, did you feel like you had advantage over some of the other guys during the training, or did you feel that you forgot it? Because I'm a firm believer that driving a truck, now, you guys tell me what you think, and then you tell me what you think. I'm a firm believer that driving a truck, backing up, is like riding a bike. You never forget.
Yeah.
You forget?
No, you don't.
Okay,
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so
yeah, you're right.
So at one point, so did you feel like you had advantage over the other guys, or did you feel like the trainer that you got was going to be good with you? He didn't do a refresher, guys, because he let his license expire. Yeah, once you let your license expire, you start from scratch over again.
Yeah.
So, did you feel advantage over some of the other guys?
Well, I felt an advantage over people that's never driven a truck before, of course. I didn't forget anything. I mean, it's just like if I tried to ride a bike right now, it would take me a few minutes to be smooth again. And it's the same thing with driving a truck.
I'm just messing with you,
man. It'll take you, you know, if you've been out here before and you've been off for 3 or 4 years, you don't forget it, but you kind of lose that feel. There's a point.
You're rusty.
Yeah, very rusty. There's a point when you're training that, especially new people when they're training, with the students that I trained, I found that there's a point that you have to tell them the same thing over and over and over, because it's hard for them. It was hard for me. I don't know about you, but it was hard for me to learn the first time that I got to turn this wheel one way to make that trailer go the opposite way. And then, you know, you get confused when you're doing it. But there's a point that it just clicks.
Yeah.
And from that point on,
yes,
you're fine.
Yes.
You know, once it clicks, you can back anything into anywhere.
Okay, that's good. So Clemson comes in, you know, I say Clemson, Alan Smith comes in to Prime. How was the training? How was the PSD part of the training now for you? How did that go?
Let's just say I got through it. Not from me, not because of anything I did. I survived the PSD program.
Okay, so
I did. The instructor and I butted heads, and it didn't turn out well.
Okay, so it didn't turn out well, and we're not going to go into any details because we don't need to. We're not going to. So you survived it. I'm sure you was glad to be over with. When you went and took the test, the CDL exam, was it a refresher or was the full-blown exam?
No, it was I did it just like anybody coming off the street. I had to do the same exact exam.
Wow. Okay.
They didn't care if I drove a truck for 10 years.
Because they didn't know that you let it expire.
They had no idea.
All they knew is that you didn't have a license.
I didn't have a CDL. I had a permit at that point, and then they took me through the same test that anybody else takes. There's no refresher for me.
Yeah, because of the way you let things happen in the past. Okay, that's fine. So that clears that up, guys. You know, he didn't do a refresher. So you go into the TNT phase. How was that for you?
TNT phase was awesome. The trainer that I had for TNT was supposed to be the one who was my PSD instructor as well.
Can we know his name or no?
Jerry Gambrell.
Jerry Gambrell.
Jerry Gambrell.
A shout out to Jerry Gambrell at Prime.
If you want an awesome trainer and / instructor to take you through both programs, ask for Jerry or Junior. But Jerry was awesome. Was I rusty? He knew I had driven before. He knew that I was an instructor and a trainer, and he let me make my own mistakes.
Okay.
He let me make my own mistakes, and then he would say, "Okay, you know what you did wrong," and of course I knew what I did wrong when I did it.
But he helped you.
He helped me
get better, tweak it.
Exactly.
All right. So let me answer this question. This is an important question. Ricky Moore says, "I'm a PSD trainer, training right now. Been out 2 weeks. Trainer hasn't even did a pre-trip inspection yet or covered the basics." Ricky Moore, it should have only gone a few days. You have to get in touch with Linda Brown or Steve Larson.
Yeah.
I don't know their numbers. I was supposed to do it on another video. I will leave it on the description below. My phone I'm using my phone, so I can't give you the number, but call 417-866-0001. That's the main switchboard, and have him transfer you over to...
Just go straight to
Steve Larson. Tell him what's going on, that you like to have another trainer. Michael Winman. Michael Moore, you should be doing pre-trip every single time. Yes. You know, in the trainer should be there helping him.
Yeah.
You know, because he doesn't know if he's doing it right or wrong. I mean, he can do pre-trip all day, every day, but how does he know if he's doing it right or wrong? I mean, yeah, he can get on YouTube, but I'm a firm believer that the trainer has to be there telling him how he can do good, giving him a system. The trainer has to have a system in place for all this to happen. You know, I got my system going. Every trainer's different, but yeah, you definitely have to have a talk with Steve Larson and Linda Brown and anybody watching this that is in training. If your trainer's not working with you like he's supposed to, get a hold of somebody. Linda Brown, Steve Larson, Stan Kasterkey. Get a hold of somebody and let them know what's going on, because, guys, this is your future. This is you. You have to look out for you. Nobody else is going to look out for you.
Let me say this too. If your trainer is not doing the things he's supposed to do, if your instructor is not doing the things that he's supposed to be doing or she's supposed to be doing, and you don't let someone know, then that's your fault. When you get out here and you fail the test, that's your fault.
Yes.
When you get out here and roll one of these trailers, that's your fault.
You know, and it sounds like we're blaming you, but we're not blaming you. But at the same time, we're saying, hey, you're the only one that can fix this, Ricky. All right, guy? So get that taken care of. Steve Larson, Larson, I believe it is. Yeah. Hey, Jose, what's going on, my man? So TNT face for Alan was excellent. Trainer Jerry Gambrell.
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 Gambrell. Jerry Gambrell.
In fact, he was Jerry was trainer and instructor of the year for like 3 years in a row.
Okay. So shout out to Jerry Gambrell. Got the man right. You know, it felt comfortable. And so how many weeks were you out? First of all, let me ask you, how long were you out during PSD? How many weeks? Or how many?
3.
3 weeks. Okay.
Actually, it was, 15 days.
15 days.
15 days.
15 days.
I took my test on the 16th day.
You took your test on the 16th day. Now, Springfield, Missouri, or Missouri has a law, or I don't know if a law or whatever, but they require you to have your permit in hand for 14 days before you can come back and test out for your CDL. So he had his permit, I don't know how many days, but he was on the road for 15 days and then took the test on the 16th day.
Well, I took the test on the 16th day. After the day I got my permit, 16 days later I tested out.
Okay, so he was pretty much probably less than 2 weeks on the road and then came back and practiced a few days on the training pad. Now, when you come back to the training pad, you're supposed to tweak what you learned out there, correct?
Right.
Okay. How long were you out on the road for TNT?
TNT, 30,000 miles.
How long? And did you go home at all?
I went home a couple times. Actually, I trained. Jerry is from Florida, and the hurricane came through, so he had to go home. And so he just dropped me off in Atlanta. He went home. I stayed at home for a week. He stayed, he did what he had to do with the hurricane.
Right.
And came back out. But yeah, I think it was like...
From the day you got on his truck to the day you got your truck, how long are we talking? Just to give an idea so people know what to expect and stuff, you know what I mean?
3 months, and I went home twice.
3 months and you went home twice. Okay. Yeah, because I usually tell people 3 months is 12 weeks. I usually tell people between 8 and 12 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks. It all depends on everybody. In his case, he went home twice.
And both times were for extended periods at home. It wasn't just a day or 2 days. It was a week because Jerry had things he had to take care of.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with. Let me tell you, when I go home, if whoever's on a truck with me and I go home, they might have somebody else come pick you up. No, I won't let that happen. But yeah, you got to go home for extended times, because as a trainer, I'm out here 6, 7, 8 weeks at times. So when I go home, I got to make it worthwhile. That's just me. And it seems like Jerry did the same thing.
Yeah. He stays. Jerry runs, man. He stays out.
Yeah, and that's good. And
he goes home if he has to. He doesn't take a lot of time off. He wants to get his students in and out, get their own truck, and get another student.
I got a question for you, Alan. Top or bottom bunk while the truck is moving?
Bottom.
Is that where you slept?
Yes.
Just making sure, man.
Yeah,
say no to the top bunk, people.
If your trainer or instructor tries to make you sleep on that truck while it's moving on that top bunk, first thing you need to do is tell him to stop, and then you need to call your dispatcher. And if your dispatcher don't want to do anything about it, Steve Larson.
No, at that point you talk to Steve Taston. During the PSD side, you want to talk to Steve Larson, Linda Brown, and Stan Casterkey. If you're on the TNT side, you want to talk to Steven Taston.
Yeah.
He's the guy in charge. So if dispatch is not taking care of the business, you go up above. And I'm sure Steve Taston's going to take care of it. He's a good guy.
Don't be scared. I've talked to 3 or 4 people at Prime.
Okay. Let me make sure everybody sees and hears this. Hear what the man's got to say. Say that again, Alan.
Do not be scared to talk to somebody if you feel like something is not right. Don't be scared that you're going to rat out your instructor or trainer. You're not ratting them out. If you don't tell somebody, who's it going to fall back on? The instructor and trainer is going to get another student, do the same thing, and you're going to be sitting there going, I didn't get trained. Or you're going to be falling off that top bunk when he slams on the brakes and break your neck. What you going to do then? You're either going to wake up dead, or you're going to be in a wheelchair somewhere.
My trainer made me sleep on the top bunk.
And if you didn't say anything about it...
So, Prime cannot fix...
what they don't know is broken.
Yes. People, do not be afraid. This is your career, your future. If you have a family back home, it's a domino. It's a domino effect. You get affected, your wife and kids get affected, your future gets affected, and then it goes back to your family. You know what I mean? So say something, guys. Please. Prime has an open door policy. You can talk to anybody. Don't feel like they're not gonna believe you. Just say something, guys. This is you. This is your career. The last thing I would want is for anybody to go through something like that.
It's bad news, man. I mean, you don't want to let somebody else dictate your career.
Yes, don't let nobody else dictate your career. And this is not just saying top or bottom bunk. This is anything. Anything. Whether he's not helping you backing or whatever. I mean, this is what the trainers are supposed to do. Hey Junior, I was talking to you online on Insta not long ago. Yeah, David, I seen a couple messages. I wasn't able to get back to you, my man. I don't know if I talked to you or not, but all right. No tengas miedo, es que no se siente mucho. All right, so you came and got your truck. You did the 12 weeks, came back, got your truck. How was that process for you?
Oh, that was easy. I came back, upgraded. I had a truck in 4 days. I had to go through the upgrade process, and I went and get leased the truck. So
I got a question for Mr. Allen. Back in 2008, it was obviously a manual.
Oh yeah.
What do you have now? Or what do you have, and what did you want?
I wanted a manual. They don't have. I wanted one. The only ones they had was ratted out. I didn't want that. So I was like, if I'm going to get a truck, and I can't get a manual anyway, I'm going to get a brand new one.
So you got a brand new what year?
2018.
The new style?
No, I got it right before the new style hit.
Oh man, okay. Well,
just like this one, except mine's 18.
Okay. What color is it?
White, just like this one.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have all the Spanish words that people can't read on the side.
Really? Oh man. So, did you have a choice as far as color or truck style?
Oh yeah.
What options did you have as far as trucks?
You got Peterbilts and you got Freightliners. Did I want a Peterbilt? Yes, I trained in a Peterbilt. It's like riding in a Cadillac. I wanted a Peterbilt, but they didn't have any when I was upgrading. I could have waited. I could have waited, and it may have been 2 or 3 more days, and I could have got it. But I'm like, I need to be making money. I don't need to be sitting in the hotel.
Do you know what happens if you wait for a truck? If they have something available for you, and you wait for something that you want, do you know what happens?
I think what happens is you wait, but you don't get paid. If they don't have any trucks, I think they pay you layover pay if there's no trucks available. But I could be wrong, so I don't know. You tell me. If they say that,
let's say they have a few Freightliners, and you say, no, I want a Peterbilt because I want to ride like a Cadillac. Then from that point on, the hotel is being paid by you, not Prime.
Yeah.
Not Prime. Because Prime is paying for the hotel while you're in orientation and waiting for a truck. If they say, hey, Alan, we got a Freightliner. I don't want a Freightliner. I want a Peterbilt. Well, then, Alan, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for the hotel while you wait for your Peterbilt. So think about that, guys. Their job is to get you in a truck. Sometimes you have an option. Sometimes you don't. And I'm not saying you don't have an option, but it might cost you. So just think about that whenever you go out there to choose for get a truck after you upgrade.
Especially you new guys. The new guys, they just need to get a truck. They need to be in something and out on the road making money. They don't need to be sitting around in a hotel thinking, I want to wait on a Peterbilt because it rides good. Screw that.
When did you leave the terminal and why?
What do you mean?
When did you get your truck?
Okay,
let me ask you this again. It says, let me see, Michael Winman, about the only thing really keeping me from committing to Prime is no manuals. Yes, man, yes. The manuals are very seldom around here. There are only a few, and the ones that are older, What day of the week did you get your truck? What day of the week did you leave on your first load, and why?
Got my truck on a Tuesday.
Okay.
Signed my lease on a Wednesday. Your first lease payment is deferred. Therefore, I took my first load on a Thursday. Your first payment doesn't hit until Friday for your truck. So basically, I got a week and 2 days no truck payment. Then the next week, I only had 4 days of truck payment. So I had I basically planned it that way so I can make more money in the first week and a half.
Hey, Nolan, I ain't seen you in a long time. Nolan, what's going on? It's better if you can't test out in the manual. Test with an auto puts the auto restriction on your license.
I tested in the manual. You will test in the manual.
You will test in the manual here. As of now, you are still testing in the manual here at Prime. I believe by... Nolan, you're only as old as you feel, my friend. I believe Prime will still test until they have every single truck in the fleet except mine. Automatics. At that point, they're going to start testing people in automatics. Okay, so let me explain this to the guys, that what you just said, and then you correct me if I'm wrong. So he said that he got this truck on Tuesday, signed the lease on Wednesday. So the truck payment comes out every Friday. So the week at Prime runs from Tuesday to Tuesday. And on Friday, the truck payment comes out. He signed the lease on Thursday. Yeah. So therefore, that truck payment is not going to come out until the following Friday.
Actually, it was the Friday after. I basically got a week and a half of no truck payment.
Wow. Okay, so that's even better.
It was the following Friday when I got paid. There was a half a truck payment out.
Oh, so that's even better, guys. It just worked out to his best. So that's the reason, you want to leave it on a Thursday so that you have that truck payment doesn't come out. So you have
a full week.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to run loads, and whatever revenue you make off the loads is what you're taking home.
Right.
The fixed cost is not really going to come out as far as the whole thing, Let me see. Mike D. Me too. Rooted for them last 2 times. Great team. Okay, they're talking college football. How old do you have to be to get your CDL? 21 here at Prime.
I think it's 21 anywhere, isn't it?
No, I think you have some of the states you can do 18, and
don't you have to be intrastate?
Intrastate, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm saying here at Prime, I mean, I can only speak for Prime because I don't really know what states are intrastate.
Right.
So I don't really like to get into that because I don't like to give bad information. I like to make sure I got guys with good information, facts. You know what I mean? Nothing. If I don't know something, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. I'm not gonna BS anybody. All right. So you've been on the road with your own truck how long now?
Month and a half.
Oh, month and a half. Oh my God, 6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, month and a half.
Okay, so overall, you've been good.
Yeah, you can say that.
You're not a Snyder. So any advice you would give somebody watching, the people that are watching, the 60 viewers that we have right now, Alan, what would you tell them as far as getting into the industry? What would you say? What would your take be on that? Like, any words of advice?
One thing is, if you're thinking about it, just do it. It's a great job to have. You make great money out here. And when you do get into it, listen to what your trainer says. Just listen and do. If you listen to them and do what they say, these are people that have been out here. I mean, these aren't people that just started yesterday. They've been out here for a while, and they know what the deal is. Listen to them. Do what they say do. Whatever you do, be careful. Do things slow. This is a truck. This isn't a car that you can do donuts in. This is a truck. And there's a 53-foot trailer behind you. So you've got to make sure that you are careful. You got to make sure to watch the tail end of that trailer at all times when you're making turns. You'd be surprised at the amount of accidents that happen on turns because people turn it like a car, thinking that they don't have anything behind them. They forget, and they run into a light pole or run into a bridge, and they tear the trailers up, and that costs you money.
Okay.
There's no sense in it.
All right, so pay attention. Okay, I got a few questions here. Can you do lease with 1 year contract of Prime? What do you mean, dark matter? Are you saying that you got your license? Elaborate a little bit more on that. What if the trainer is an a-hole? What's your take on that?
Well, since I just had one, that I ended up getting off of his truck. I mean,
you said something. You spoke up.
Well, yeah, I absolutely did. I went to my dispatcher and spoke up. And, you know, I've been with Chris Martin, who was my fleet manager. I've been with him the whole time I've been at Prime. And I came back to him. I don't want to work for another fleet manager. Not that there's anything wrong with him. I just understand Chris. And Chris understands how I work. So I went to him and ended up, we came to a mutual agreement that it wasn't going to work out with him. You know, he had his ways, I had my ways. And, you know, I went into it not as a person that's got 5 years experience driving a truck. I went into it as a brand new student, and that was my mindset. You teach me.
Okay, so you didn't come in thinking, oh, I know it all.
No, I didn't want to come in thinking I know it all. You know,
that's the attitude to have.
I wanted him to teach me what he knows, and if he taught me something, great. That's the best thing for me, is to be taught something. I mean, I'm not too old to get taught, and if you stop learning out here, if you ever stop learning driving a truck, turn your keys in. Just turn them in, because you're done. If you can't learn something every day out here, you're done.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. A question from Battleborn. Is health insurance company or on you if you lease? If you're on the company side, the health insurance,
you still got to pay for it.
Yes, you still have to pay for it. If you're on the lease side, it's more money. You would have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. If you're a company, let's say, I'm just gonna throw a number out there. It's not exact numbers, guys. If you're a company, you're gonna be paying $100 for insurance. If you're a lease, you're gonna be paying $300. So yes.
Because you got to pick up the whole tab.
And I don't have insurance here myself, so it's pretty pricey, as you see. It says you should get an award for the Prime Best Trainer of the Year. Hey, appreciate that, Pierre Hall. Thank you very much for that, man. I'm asking, I went and graduated CDL class to Prime, and they have the 1-year contract. Can I do lease? Yes. Yes. What the 1-year contract that people have, if you get your license at Prime, they ask you to stay with Prime for 1 year, regardless of whether you are a company or lease. Just work at Prime for 1 year. Mm-hmm. All right. Nolan Manley. Last time I drove for hire was 1979. I got my Class A CDL in 1986. Wow. 1986? Man, I think I was only 5 years old. Because of the law, starting hauling CDL type loads at 60 years old, 1974, think Prime will take me? Yeah. Yeah, they would take you.
You think?
Hey, Oscar, what's going on? Mike D, are you guys familiar with TMZ? No.
TMZ or TMC?
TMC.
TMC, too much chrome.
Too much chrome. Okay. Jose Soto, how long do you need to get a truck when you coming from another company? You have to have at least 7 months of experience. Verifiable experience. 7 months. And if you have 7 months of verifiable experience, you can go straight into a truck at Prime. No training.
Yeah.
You're an awesome trainer and a good guy. Thank you, Nolan. Appreciate that, man. I'm just out here trying to give the guys different points of views from different people that do the training here. You know, I met Alan at the terminal. He said he would watch my videos, and we were talking, and, you know, he told me the full story, and ever since then we've been, you know, talking and stuff, and we happen to, he's coming from Springfield to North Carolina, and I am coming from North Carolina to Springfield, so we met up in the middle, and here we are in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Hello to my wife's family who live in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, Alan Smith has a YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is called what?
Trucking with Alan.
Trucking,
A-L-L-E-N.
Trucking with Alan. A-L-L-E-N. In December 10th is the day he will be training. Are you gonna start training PSD or TNT?
Both instructor and trainer.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you see him out there, guys, hit him up. You know.
Absolutely.
Let him know. You know.
Absolutely. And go subscribe to my channel.
Yes.
Please.
Go check it out, please. Yes. Yes, we need some people over there. See, all right, let me see some of these questions. It says V8. Salutes, I just got my license yesterday. Coley Marquez, congratulations, man. Welcome to the NBA. You never broke again, my man.
Yep.
I can't stress that enough. Does Prime accept diabetes exemption driver candidates?
I'm a diabetic.
Diabetic, but
I'm not exempt. I wasn't diabetic exempt.
What does that mean?
That means if you got diabetes and you take insulin, the DOT can exempt you if a doctor will go along with it and say that you're properly taking your medication and you're not in danger of like passing out at the wheel or whatever. I think that's pretty much the way it is.
What? Okay, that's new. I didn't know what that meant. As far as I know, and what Nikki Yost and I have spoke, you cannot be hired by Prime if you are using insulin.
That may be a Prime thing too, though.
Yes. How often do you drive through Massachusetts? Not often. Does Prime? Okay, you were just there. Mm-hmm. Does Prime have local runs in your hometown? No. Let me see. Okay, the TNC Rock and Rob. Okay, Nolan Manley's. You just got 4 or 5 subs that I saw on the counter. Appreciate that, Alan. Oh, Alan.
Oh, I did. Awesome.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you, guys.
I'll put the description in the description of the video. I'll put the link to his channel. Go check it out, guys. Hey, Jenny. What's going on? Thanks, Rob. I've been seeing them. They're beautiful trucks. Yes. How often do you drive through Louisiana? Not often. Mingo, what's going on, my man? Where you at? You leave the house yet? That truck you had parked at the driveway looked nice. I'm sure you didn't want to leave the house, man. So, as you guys, you probably don't know, but you can take your truck home, guys. I just subscribed. Jonathan, just subscribe to your channel, man.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, Jenny added you as well.
Awesome.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, do you guys have any questions for Alan, you know, or myself that you would want to know, you know, his process? Because the thing was, he left Prime, went to Snyder for a year, and then came back. Wealthy in Time, NBA, laughing out loud. A person who just got a commercial license has to get a job first. Hard to get that first trucking job to get experience. Well, it all depends. Wealthy
Call
in Time.
Cindy at Prime.
You do realize you're on my YouTube channel, right?
I don't care.
Nikki Yost in the description.
Call
of the
Nikki Yost at Prime. She'll hook you right up. So will Cindy.
Jenny Yanta says, does Prime do flatbed? Yes. Just subscribe to Alan's channel. Let's Go Trucking says, bro, been at the 90s since Thursday night. Oh my God, and I'm unloading tonight at 11:30 p.m. Wow, Mingo. You know James Sneed? Adam? No, I don't. Jonathan Wheeler. What advice does Alan have for the newbies?
For the newbies, again, listen to what your trainer says. If you're training, if you're not training, just do what you know is right. Do the right thing out here. Here's some advice for you. If you see somebody having trouble backing up into a spot in a truck stop, don't sit there and record them and put it on YouTube. Don't do it. Get out of your truck and go help these people. If you'll help them, who knows, you might make a friend out of them. Who knows, you might, you know, being nice to someone,
Oh my God.
it doesn't cost you a dime to get out of your truck and help somebody.
Oh my God, Mingo.
That's one thing. Second thing, if you're new out here, don't park in the fuel island and take your 30-minute break. Park the truck. If you get fuel, don't go inside the truck stop and jack around in there for 45 minutes, leaving your truck in the fuel island. Pull forward. That's what that big yellow line way up in front of the fuel island's for. That's some advice.
Mingo, I'm laughing at you, Mingo. I'm not laughing at... I just laughed at what he said, but I'm laughing at you, Mingo. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
What do you say?
I was supposed to call him yesterday. I was supposed to call Mingo like a week or so ago. Then last night he said he said something, right? I said, oh yeah, I'll call you. I didn't call him, and now he's saying, oh yeah, you were supposed to call me too. I'm like, oh God. Oh man, I'll call you.
Well, wait, Mingo, hang on. Don't feel bad. because all he's got is a flip phone, and it has no signal on it at any time of the day or night. It's just a little flip phone. So,
oh, Mingo, man, you got me over here, man. I'm guilty. Nikki knows what she's talking about. Yes, very nice lady. Let me see. Eagle One says, "Hey, Junior, glad you subscribed to Alan, and good for him to get him out to Snyder." Yes, good he got out of there. You know what I mean? I didn't get him out, but he was mature enough to know, hey, I'm not going back there. How much does Prime pay for regional with 3 years of experience? I don't. Regional, the Northeast regional, you get an extra 5 cents as a company driver. So, starting out company on the lightweight, you get 47 cents per mile. If you do the Northeast regional, you get an extra 5 cents. So that's 52 cents.
That's pretty good.
Yes, Mingo. I know, Mingo. Sorry, man. Oh man, I feel so bad. Mingo's calling me out on live YouTube. Oh my God. Oh man. So, any other questions, guys? Check out Alan. I love you too, my man. Mingo, you the man. Trucking with Alan. Go check out the channel, people. Yeah, he's got a video that I uploaded or I shared on Facebook where his dash cam recorded a wreck in the process. He was on. Well, go ahead and explain it. I'm gonna let him explain it because he was there.
I forgot what interstate I was on. It was in New Hampshire. It might have been.
So, before we even start the story, this is why it's important to have a dash cam, people. And I put the link of that description. In the description, I put a link to the dash cam that I got, which is a GARMIN 45. You know, I don't know what kind of cam you got, but
I've got the Cobra Drive.
Okay, he's got a Cobra Drive.
It's a good camera.
So tell us about the story, my man.
I forgot what interstate I was on, but I was in New Hampshire, and it was early in the morning, and I was coming up on construction, and I saw the brake lights way ahead of me, and I always like to keep a lot of space between me and whoever's in front of me, because you never know what can happen. I mean, they can slam on brakes. If you're too close to them, you're going to hit them.
Maintain distance, yes.
Yes. But I was just cruising along about 58, just going with traffic. I saw the brake lights come on up front, so I started slowing down. Well, I happened to look to my left, and it was a flash that came by on my left, and it was a guy in a black car, and I think he came out from behind me, but I think he might have was almost going to hit me, and he shot out from around me and tried to stop. There was no stopping. I bet he was running 75, and instead of hitting the car, it was in the left lane. Instead of hitting that car, he took to the shoulder on the left, hit the guardrail, started doing 360, started ping-ponging off the cars in front of me.
Wow.
And the car that was like right in front of me to my left front yanked it over. When she saw him coming and started hitting the guardrail, she yanked her car over. I think it was a she.
She seen the rear view mirror and noticed this guy wasn't stopping, so yeah. She's like, oh, let me get out the way. So she shot over his lane and let the guy go past her, you know, on the left. And
yeah, he hit the guardrail right beside her. And when she shot over in my lane, I hit the brakes hard, and I went on the shoulder on the right to keep from hitting her. And you can see the car in the video. Just
go check out that video, guys. He has it on his channel. I told him, upload that, man. Upload it. Because, you know, stuff like that, you're not wanting things like that to happen, but when it does happen, you when you see that stuff, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's like caught on videotape. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, you know, yeah, he does have a video, Mingo. And let me see. What's up, Junior? Love them overhead videos of parking. Yes. P2 power. Mirna Pérez. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estamos, Mirna? Aquí, mire, entrevistando al hombre que se regresó a Prime. Él se había ido de Prime y regresó. All my cars and trucks have dash cams too. Too easy not to. Yes, Nolan. Let me see. What's the channel? Trucking with Alan. ALLEN. You can't miss it. It's got the little hat. You know that. De los gatos. Es un gato esos. What is it? A tiger? A tiger. I said tiger.
Yeah, tiger. Tiger paw.
No, I said it's a cat. I mean, it is a cat. It's just a tiger.
It's just a big cat.
Oh, OPP can't link video. Nolan. His channel is Trucking with Alan. I will put in the description of the video. I'll put his link. Kitty cat hat. Okay. My hope is Bison Transport that have a driver finishing program and you first agree 2 years commitment. Okay. Wealthy in time. Okay. So, all right, guys. You know, we just roll tide. Nolan says.
Roll tears.
Oh, he came back. I don't know what that is. All I know is it Alabama?
Yeah.
Okay. So, look, he's laughing. Mike D got that. He's laughing too. So I just interviewed Alan Smith. Go check out his channel. Trucking with Alan. A-L-E-N.
A-L-L-E-N.
A-L-L-E-N. Trucking with Alan. A-L-L-E-N. And the reason I'm doing these videos, yes, thank you, Rod. I just watched the Daycam video. Oh my God, Donnie Page. Oh wow. Okay, so the reason I'm doing these videos is because I want people, you guys, my subscribers, to see not just my point of view of Prime, because my point of view is I love Prime.
So do I.
But I like to interview different people. How was your training? Why did you come to Prime? You know, how do you like it so far? Stuff like that, so you guys can see that I'm not making this stuff up. I'm not saying that I will, because I'll never do that, you know. That's not me. But that's his story, Alan. You know, I personally don't tell people come to Prime. Do your homework, guys. Do your homework.
Absolutely.
Please do your homework.
If you're going to drive a truck, you got to do your homework on the companies. Don't just go to the first shiny thing you see and start wanting to grab it.
So don't go to TMC. Too much chrome. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You start grabbing at the first shiny thing you see, and most of the time it's got a hook in it, and you don't want to get caught in that hook. So do your homework. If it's Prime, fine. If it's Schneider, fine. If it's Swift,
whatever works for you guys. Ooh, Mingo said, ooh, I just saw that video. Yes, go check it out, people. That's a good video. I told him, I said, man, you need to upload it. Like, well, he uploaded it, but I said, you need to re-upload it, put your channel on there, so in case somebody grabs it, they'll see, oh, okay, it was Alan, you know, Trucking with Alan, you know, that did the video. So, you know, you never know. You never know. It could go viral. Hey, never know, guys.
Nice. Make it go viral, guys. That would be cool.
Hey, anything can happen, you know. There's always people out here doing videos and stuff, and you know, as long as you put your email on there too,
yeah.
So people reach out to you, hey, you know, get permission. I've heard from Facebook friends or people that I have on Facebook that they've seen my video some other places. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. So you know, it doesn't matter to me, you know, because if you see my truck, they know it's me. So. Rod Styles, yes, he just uploaded it. What, about a couple days ago?
I think it was this
past week.
Yeah.
Before you, because he was at the terminal. So, all right, guys, we're gonna end this now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching. I hope I was able to answer any questions you guys might have. If there's no other questions, we're gonna end this at 55 minutes exactly.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yo, Mingo. Why do you have to keep telling me, Mingo?
Mingo, call me. I'll talk to you. Man. If you need somebody to talk to.
Mingo, come on, man. You put me on blast. Thanks for your time. Great life. Thank you, Nolan. Thanks for both of your time. Okay, thank you, Nolan. Mike D, see you. Be safe. Remember, always watch your speed. Watch your mirrors, too.
Yes, sir.
Watch your mirrors.
Make sure you watch your mirrors.
Yes. Yes, watch your mirrors. Watch your speed. Watch your trailer, guys. David Hopper, I'm starting orientation at Prime December 4th. Hope to see Alan there last week. Maybe Alan could be my PSD trainer. Hey.
There you go.
David Hopper, he's going to be there for class on the 10th. Well, I don't know. Let me see. Let me look at the calendar real quick.
He said January 4th?
December 4th.
December 4th. Yeah, if he could wait.
Yeah, if you go there December 4th, Mirna, muchas gracias, Mirna. Igualmente se cuida. If you could be there December 4th, you're going to be out of orientation December 8th or 9th, and he's going to be coming in for the class that he has to take to become certified. And that's going to take a week. I don't know if they will allow it unless, you know, you guys can link up somehow. But
well, you know, they've got a lot of students that have no trainers and no instructors, just working on the pad, you know.
So yeah, so I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, talk with Alan. I mean, that's all I can tell you. Talk with Alan, and then go from there. I mean, you know, if Alan, you know, just talk with Alan. That's all I can say. Go to the channel, get his email, and then shoot him an email, and then go from there. Hey, Matthew Moots, what's going on, my man? Oh my God, did you guys see all the pictures I posted on Facebook, guys? I met so many people while I was at the terminal, and after I left the terminal. I was able to finally upload those pictures, and excuse me, I encourage people, if you see me out here on the road anywhere, come and say hi. I like to meet people. I like to meet the people that watch my videos, thank them, shake their hand, thank them personally for watching my videos. And
he won't bite.
No.
Unless you're a Twinkie.
Oh my God, speaking of, he tried to do the Twinkie video because we was going to try to get something going, but they were sold out. Jesus Rio says, when I first started my CDL at Stevens, I got a kick off the truck because I told the trainer if he yelled at me again, that was not going to go good for him. Yeah, there's yelling, and that's another thing, but man.
I can tell you what I said, but it's not PG rated.
This is a G-rated video, people. All right, so let me see. It says David says, "Come to SRT, laughing out loud." Just kidding. Y'all good? How you been, Junior? Everything's good, man. I met Junior the day I was leaving on PSD, and he came up to me. You cool, homie, not like other YouTube truckers. Mingo, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, guys. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously YouTube. Do you have any of that other social media, Alan, that you would
Facebook, Instagram, but I don't know what my Instagram thing is. I don't really go on Instagram that much. So YouTube. I'll put all my links in my YouTube channel.
Wait. What? What you say?
It's YouTube. I'll put the links to other places in my YouTube channel. What do you think I said?
I thought you said, come to my YouTube. If they're going to be on your YouTube for them to go to the other social media. Okay, never mind. Forget it. All right, guys. Yes, I went past 2 minutes. I said 55. We were done. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. It's Saturday night. I forgot it was Saturday. Oh, my God. We're supposed to...
Yeah, we got that many people on a Saturday? You people have no life.
In the truck stop, Junior. I'm in Illinois. We're in Tennessee. Hey, Jonathan. We are in Tennessee. Good night. No, good night, Mingo. I'm going to call you right now, man. As soon as we're done. You've been putting me on blast. I'm going to call you right now. So, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Trucking with Alan. Go check out his channel, people.
Please.
Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a good night.
Later, guys.